Hey guys, welcome back. Long time no see. Sorry I've been gone so long, guys. I'm getting my butt kicked at work right now and I'm trying to juggle like a million different projects at once. I feel like I'm failing miserably and it's causing me stress. In my mind, I know that YouTube is just my hobby, so I shouldn't put pressure on myself, but I really enjoy doing this and I love creating videos for you guys when you have requests. And I love the support that I get from you guys. I'm so appreciative of it that I don't want to disappoint you guys. And so I'm like foaming at the mouth trying to figure out how I'm going to get time to film in between all this stuff for work. But it is very important to me that I never drop the ball at work. So that's where my primary focus is. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to film. Hopefully at the end of August, when my show season deals are done, I will have a lot more time. Thank you so much for bearing with me, guys, and thank you so much for your enthusiasm for new videos. I cannot say how much I appreciate you guys. I'm going to be doing an Inglot brand review. I have quite a few products, and so since I don't want to seem like I'm going to be going all over the place, but I want to make sure that I pack all this information into this video. As always, there will be markers in the description box below where you guys can skip ahead. You guys just want to see swatches, yada, 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 because you know I never shut up. I have so many products to swatch. I don't think I'll be live swatching because I think that would be, I mean, if you take a look behind me, all the pigments I have and all the shadows I have and the powders. With that being said, though, I will list in the bottom of the screen during the swatches if there's anything weird that I think you should know about the product. Like if I find it patchy or dry or it doesn't blend well, I will put all of that there if it has kick up. I got a photo box that I purchased that I'm going to try to do some swatches in there so I can use controlled light. I just have to set it up, so I'll be doing those tomorrow. We'll be doing some cost comparisons on the screen for you guys to compare Inglot against some other well-known brands. So Inglot Cosmetics was founded by, this is a Polish name. I hope I don't butcher it, and if I do, my Polish friends in Chicago can give it to me. I believe you call it Wojciech or Wojciech. I think it's Wojciech. Inglot. He is actually a Polish chemist and he developed all of these products. Inglot was founded over 30 years ago in Poland and they do a lot of work within the professional makeup industry. All of Inglot's products are made within the European Union. 95% of them are made within their own factory. So they're the ones formulating and making these. They're not private label. Well, 5% they're probably sourcing out. I have some pigments I'll show you that say Mamma Mia on them. They've been known to work on the set on Broadway, musicals and plays such as Mamma Mia, The Cripple of Inishmaan, Lion King, and a bunch of others. All the products that I'm going to show you, I did purchase either at makeup shows or at the Inglot freestanding store in Las Vegas in Caesar's Palace. You can find these products if you're in the US at Macy's. And you can also buy on their website, which I will link below. I will tell you I don't find their website to be the most user-friendly because if you just search, you can go right to the Inglot page and you can't really buy from there. Sometimes you have to go to a different purchasing page. I'm the type of person that I like to swatch things on my hand and see them in person. Products I am going to link are going to be through Beautylish since I am affiliated with them. Again, if you're not comfortable buying from those links, by all means, don't. Kind of take a good blend of science and art and pigment really to make their cosmetics, which I think is pretty cool. Giving you really high quality shadows and products in my mind for pretty reasonable, affordable prices. These are part of their Freedom system, which you can pick a palette for their eyeshadows, which I'll show a picture of which ones you can pick, and then you can just build your own. I bought this Big Mama here in Las Vegas, and my goal is eventually to fill it up. Can you notice a theme here? I seem to like rust colors, purples, and some blues. We have all different sizes. This is one that I travel with often. I really like the colors in here. Real quickly, can seem like they're hard. If you try to pull this apart, you're not going to be able to open it. You have to take your finger from the side and slide it over, and it's magnets on the side here that hold it on. Just know, slide from the side. I'll start with the products in the line that I don't care for and then work my way to talk about the things that I do like so I'm not all over the place. I bought a ton of these gel cream liners. I'm going to read to you guys off their website. It says that these gel liners are high-intensity pigments, provide ideal coverage and rich colors after just one application. The creamy and delicate long-lasting formula dries to a long-lasting, smudge-proof, and crease-proof finish. Hypoallergenic, which don't even get me started on that, and waterproof. feel like hypoallergenic is just one of those buzzwords that people stick on everything. Number 77 is their most popular. I will show swatches of those, which is their black color, because they said it was completely waterproof, it would not budge, it would not move. I've seen so many people, like I love Drac Meekins, I watch her do this amazing art with a lot of these, and when I do it, for some reason, I do have hooded eyes, but when I try to do a wing liner with it, it gets all over my face. I'm like, I don't understand why it doesn't work for me. But again, I've heard people swear by these for the longest time. If you guys are interested in trying a gel liner that people rave about, you can give this one a try. It won't break the bank. I do like these for like if you're doing artsy stuff around the rest of my face, and I will take these, like today I have the yellow one in my waterline. I'll take some and run it on my waterline. I find though, again, if I put it up on my eyes, it always transfers on me. I've tried a million different ways, using a very little product, using different brushes, setting it, the gel liners don't work for me personally. So I wouldn't repurchase these for use on my eyes. I would if it's just like my lower lash line, or if I'm doing little like artsy things or like paint splatter looks around my eyes. That's really the only products from Inglot that I've tried that I don't like. I got this, it's Face and Body Illuminator. I got this in the color 61. I'll show it up close, but this is really nice. A really nice illuminator for those of us that are translucent and pale. They have a few different colors of these that could range and work on all different skin tones. So I will link those below. I want to read you the info on this illuminator. It says light textured oil-free liquid illuminator that contains pearlescent molecules, shines and shimmers wherever you apply it, giving definition to the body contours, perfectly suitable for usage in an airbrush machine. So you can pump this in. I just put it directly on because I don't like airbrush machines for myself. I have this Sparkling Dust Face, Eyes, and Body. It's in the shade 01. I don't really care for this as much. I'll show swatches of that up close. I will say though, it reminds me more so of like the Artist Couture. It's a little more glittery. You do have to work this into the skin, and it does have a really beautiful sheen, but it's not my favorite like loose highlighter. This works the best when layered over a liquid product, in my opinion. And I somehow managed to buy myself two of the same exact powders. These pop right out and you can fill them up. So I had a shiny pan. This is one of their HD powders in number 59. So I'm going to read to you guys the information off their website. So these pressed powders, it says that they're sheer pressed powder with intense color payoff thanks to the treated pigments, mica, and excellent talc-free formula. In addition to hydrophobic compounds, ensure it's long wearing and unaffected by perspiration and other moisture. What that means is basically it's not going to budge with water and a lot of sweat. This is very pigmented. I got this to use as a highlighting powder or to set under my eyes, but when I do use this to set under my eyes, I look pretty ghostly, which I don't need any help with that. I do find this a really nice, finely milled powder, and you can pick what kind of compact you want it in. I love their Duraline. Their Duraline is the best mixing medium I have ever used. It lasts a really long time. It comes in this little dropper. This is perfect to re-wet any of your gel liners, any brand. This is also excellent. You can mix it with any of the loose pigments to make an eyeliner. On their website, they say that Duraline is a waterless clear liquid that can intensify the color of any powder and transform it into an easy-to-apply water-resistant liquid. I do use this in my Dip Brown by Anastasia, Beverly Hills, so I can get it a little creamier. I use this in a lot of things. Also, when I want to do turn some of these pigments into liner. This is an excellent buy. Now on to some of my favorite products from Inglot. These are their Freedom System HD Sculpting Powders. Inglot does make a little magnet that I'll link below, and I'll show a picture of it. I have it somewhere floating in my drawer, but this is an industrial strength magnet that my mother got me, and I use this for all of my things to get them in and out, because if you try to pull these out, it's not going to go well. This is one of my all-time favorite contour powders, and this is number 504. If you are pale like me, this will work amazing for you. It's very similar to the inside of that It Cosmetics book I have. I also have 503, 505, and 506. They make 12 shades in their highlight and contour powders, and these are excellent. I think these are an excellent buy. This single one I could live with because it's more of like a taupey, cool, ashy color, and it just works well on my kind of skin tone. I don't really care for their highlight powder just because, I don't know, I just have something that I use underneath my eyes, and if I'm highlighting, I'm using like a shimmery one. So that's just me. But again, the powders are excellent, very finely milled. I really like these. I think that these are excellent. Again, I'm going to read you off of their website for the sculpting system. It said, perfect product to contour and sculpt your face, enhancing only the best features while diverting attention from any imperfections. With high pigment color concentration and translucent coverage, the illusion of a more structured face can be achieved without excess product. It says all Inglot's HD products contain HD pigments ideal for everyday use, used for filming in high definition, ensuring the face looks flawless even on the big screen. Next, we are on to the eyeshadows. So right here, guys, I just wanted to break out a little chart for you guys to help while you're shopping. I'm going to show you the annotations on the shadows because Inglot does not name their shadows. They just give it a number with this little annotation after it. So the matte shades, there are 83 to choose from currently, and obviously the finish is matte. There is a pearl, which there are 45 to choose from, and that's a satiny to lightly shimmery frost. It has no glitter in it though, just like any other pearl finish. Then we have DS, and there are 41 of those shades, and DS stands for Double Sparkle. It's a satin-based eyeshadow that's a semi-matte with a glitter in it. Then we have AMC, which really confused me because I could not figure out what that stood for. There are 25 of those shades, and it stands for Advanced Makeup Component. It's a collection that's perspiration resistant, contains vitamin E, and is talc free. The majority of AMC shades are matte based with glitter, with the exception of number 63, which is completely matte. Then we have AMC Shine. There are 57 of those shades. They're same as the AMC above, but they're more finely milled, so these have a bit more sheen to them. Some compare MAC's Volux Pearl finish to these, which is a soft metallic finish overlaid with pearl. They're shimmery and frosty or metallic, but not glittery. All in all, Inglot currently offers 251 eyeshadow shades to choose from, which is an impressive selection. These, in my opinion, for the size that you get and the quality of the shadows, are some of the best affordable eyeshadows I have ever personally used. So here's a cost breakdown for you guys. Inglot shadows are $7, so it may seem like they're more than Makeup Geek or MAC now that they've lowered the price, but I just wanted to show you what you're getting for the price. So if you look, this Viseart is for the 12 pan palettes broken down cost per shadow. You cannot buy them individually, but I just wanted to put those up there for comparison. And then I put the cost per ounce. So you can see the Inglot shadows are $7 each, and you're getting 0.08 ounces, which is double what you get with the MAC single pans for $1 more, and they have the least cost per ounce. So $87.50 per ounce, whereas MAC is $150 per ounce. I personally, out of all of them, their pearlized finishes are my favorite, which I will show you. When I swatch these guys, during those swatches, I'm going to list what finish it is as well as the number. The only eyeshadows I would avoid by Inglot, if I were you, are their pastels. I mean, pastels are really difficult to work with anyway, just because by nature they're going to be mixed with white to make them pastel. White is always a problem color. It creates patchiness, dryness. Unless you're working on a stark white base, I don't find that those colors have a lot of color payout. They are frustrating to work with. Any of their other eyeshadows, though, I don't hesitate to recommend. I think for the cost and how much you're getting and the spectrum of colors you have to choose from, I think it's a no-brainer. I'm going to try to describe these as best I can. I would not call these blend really nice. But you know, like sometimes like my Inglot shadows, when I pick those up, they're so pigmented and like almost like a heavy wet feeling, if that makes sense. Like, I feel them to be more creamy. These feel more light. Like, I don't feel, like, you touch your brush in there and you start getting the color and you're like, whoa, but it almost feels like light and airy. When I rub my finger even against it, it doesn't feel like wet or creamy or kind of like that really heavy silicone feel. They're just really, really nice shadows, which I like both. I do like these. Typically, when I would run my finger over a shadow like this, if I would feel that in the pan, I would think, that's probably not going to be a good shadow. But these really are. Typically, the shadows I prefer kind of have that wet, really pigmented feeling. If you felt the Modern Renaissance palette, those are really creamy. When you touch it in, there's like a lot of kick up. These I don't notice I get a lot of kick up with on my brush because they are kind of light and airy like that. You're probably gonna hear me say I really like these a million times, so forgive me, please. Now, these are the piece de resistance in this entire line for me, and that is their pigments. I adore their pigments. Every time I'm around them, I go and I pick a ton of them up. They have body pigments, which I'll show, and I was kind of wondering, it was hard to find a lot of information on why they call certain ones different things. I find them perform very similar. I never use these on my body. I use them on my eyes. They say that the body pigments are harder to kind of like flake off, that they stay a lot longer. So like if you're brushing up against somebody. So it says on the body pigments that it's an intensely pigmented powder that provides a powerful pop of color that is durable and won't fall off. Product can be used alone or mixed with other shades to customize color. The delicate oil-free formula ensures perfect application. And then they have their AMC Pure Pigment eyeshadows. I love all of these. Today on my eyes, I have some of the Pearl shadows, and then I also have some of their Body Sparkles in 66 Silver. I love this, especially for like a smoky cut crease. If you're even, I mean, you can pair this with any color. It says, brilliant glitter flakes that reflect light and add color and other dimension. Come in a variety of shapes of colors and can be used on the nails, lips, and all over the body. Now, when it calls it a body sparkle, I'm like, this is the tiniest little jar. What body are you putting that on? But I love this on my eyes. It kind of gives it that mirrored effect. I've only ever tried this brush from them, and this is the 20T. I love this for my cream contour. It's just an angled brush made of Taclon, which is a synthetic fiber. I like this because I can really draw the cream contour exactly where I want, and then I use this to flick up and my sponge to blend out. I think this is a really well-made brush. I haven't had any shedding. I'm probably thinking that their brushes might account for that 5%. When they say 95% of their products are made in-house, that they might source their brushes out. My ferrule has not come loose, which typically I've had this brush for quite some time and I've washed it numerous times. I really like it. It's a well-made synthetic brush. I did purchase one of the Inglot HD lip tint mattes, their liquid lipsticks, to review, which I will be doing shortly. I have not tried it yet. I haven't even swatched it, so I can't say how it works. During my swatches, I'm going to list the name, and I'm also going to star which my favorite ones are, so you guys, in case you're curious. Since I have so many swatches to do, it's not going to make sense for me to do live swatches. If there's anything I want to tell you about the product, if I think it's patchy or weird or I don't really care for it, I will list it in the screen. So now let's just get into some swatches, guys. So I will be swatching these in my typical fashion. I will be laying down a base of Urban Decay Primer Potion. And for the shimmery shades, I will be swatching with a MAC 242 brush. And for the matte, I will be swatching with a MAC 239 brush. I will be cleaning off my brush in between swatches on my color switch so it will not be damp. In these swatches, the top swatch of the color is going to be my finger swatch, and the one right below it is going to be the brush swatch, so you can see them compared. guys found this video helpful. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I will see you next time.